there's a hair in my eyeball. I watched Sydney from Sydney Page Books end of the year book tag, and she looked so cute, and I really tried to like be on that same level, and I don't think I succeeded. I just wanted to say I'm not wearing my wedding band, and it is not because Jonathan and I are getting a divorce. Like, it's literally, that's not it. We're not fighting or anything. I sprained my wrist and jammed these two fingers. They're feeling better today, but they keep, like, throughout the day, they'll end up swelling, and then like my ring, we're scared my ring will get stuck on my finger. So I'm leaving it off for a little bit. Just FYI, like, Jonathan and I are not getting a divorce. Like, it's literally just because my fingers keep swelling randomly during the day because of my injury, which my hand's feeling better today, but we'll see. Hello, my beauties. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey, my name's Janelle, and if you're not, name's still Janelle. Thanks for being here. So today I am going to be doing the end of the year book tag because why not? You might be seeing a lot of sit down videos from me for the rest of the month because I have felt so unmotivated to read this whole month that I have like no content. Just keep that in mind. I'm just trying to like get by over here, okay? Yeah, so we're gonna be doing the end of the year book tag. I'm really excited. I have my answers obviously planned out and ready to go. I can't remember if I filmed this last year. I might have. If I did, I'm not gonna link it because I really don't want you to go back and watch any of those videos. But yeah, so we're gonna do the end of the year book tag. I'm excited. That's all I'm gonna say. I am excited. Also, if my voice sounds like kind of like raspy, it's because this is the first time I'm talking since waking up, so. Okay, obviously I am not the creator of this book tag. I will link the creator in the description. But yes, I will link the description. I'll link the description. Okay. I will link the creator in the description because I obviously do not want to take credit for this because it's not mine. I am not creative nor smart enough to come up with the stuff. I also, if you see me looking over here, it's because I have like my MacBook over here because I have the answers. Well, the questions and the answers over here. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, let's get to some truths about my reading right now. Okay, first question, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Is there? Of course there is. Okay, so a book that I started this year that I got over halfway through and just stopped is Blood and Honey by Shelby Mahurin. So you guys know that Serpent and Dove is one of my favorite books of all time. As you can see, I was annotating. But this one, I didn't like I wasn't liking as much. I do plan to finish this, which is why it's the answer to this question, duh. Yeah, I do plan to finish this, but I don't know what it was. I think at the time, I just like was not feeling it. So I will finish this at some point. Hopefully I remember what I read. Okay, next question. Do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Yes, I actually have two that I want to recommend, and one is over there. Okay, so usually I would only have one recommendation, but I have two because if you watch Sydney's end of the year book tag, one of my books that I recommend is the same as hers, and that's The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. So this one is just very autumnal. And it transitions really into any season of the year really, really great because it's about an Everwitch, which she has powers in every single season of the year, and most witches, I should say, only have powers in spring or in autumn. And they're just different seasonal witches, and she's an Everwitch. So she has them all the seasons. So we go through every season with her. And I loved it. I thought it was great. So it is a great like one to read. I feel like it's perfect to read like in November because it's like going from spooky season, like witches, into like autumn. I don't know. But I really did enjoy this one. I will say that it did read a little young, like it is a YA, but it did read really young for me, which is not a bad thing. Like it's really not a bad thing at all. But I just wanted to say that so that you could keep it in mind if you're wanting to read this, that it does read very much like a YA. But once you get past that, it honestly is a great story and I had a lot of fun reading it, so. Okay, and another book that I want to recommend, because I don't want to just recommend the same books, but that is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So I'm actually reading this right now. But I do want to recommend it because it has the Clue and Knives Out vibes, which to me is very autumnal. I have really been enjoying this. It kind of gives you that spooky, mysterious feeling that fall kind of encapsulates. But this is just, I don't know, it's really good. Like the riddles and all that kind of stuff I feel like is like perfect for right now. And I think also the colors for me are very like, but green is also like a spring color, but for me, I'm like, this kind of is like fall-ish. Anyways, that's not the point. We're not talking about the color of the book. I really am enjoying this book. It is definitely reading like a movie, which I enjoy. Sometimes I don't always love that, but this one in particular, I do. It's really, really great. And I'm loving the characters, the dynamic, the dialogue, like it is all just so good. And there's definitely some really funny moments. And I don't know, I am interested to see why she inherited all this man's money. So it's a pretty good time, but I also did want to recommend this one. Next question is there a new release you're still waiting for? Yes. Okay, so this book technically has released, but I haven't gotten mine yet. And that is Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. If you guys have been on my channel since when I started, you guys know that when I read These Violent Delights, I absolutely loved that book. It was so fun and it was just so gripping the whole time. And I had a really, really awesome time with that book. And I am very, very excited to pick up the sequel to it. And I got the Fairy Loot edition, but mine has not gotten to me yet. I don't know when it's supposed to get to me. I have not gotten like an email about it. I should probably email them and check on it. But anyways, yeah, so it's not technically a new release anymore, but it is still for me because I haven't gotten mine yet. So what are 3 books you want to read by the end of the year? Okay, so this first one, you guys are not going to be surprised at all. I don't know what that was. So this first one, you're not going to be surprised by at all. And that is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. As you can see, there's like a bookmark in this. Oh no, my tassel is like literally falling apart. Yeah, there's a bookmark in this because I did start this. I only got to like page 8 or something. And I am really, really, really wanting to read this year, but it's so intimidating because it is so large, but also it is, I've heard it's very lyrical and I struggle with lyrical writing. So it makes me really, really nervous to pick this up, but I do want to read this by the end of the year because I've heard so many good things about it. Everybody that I have talked to has loved this book. So I just feel the need like to get it read by the end of the year. So I'm hoping like to start it soon when I'm feeling motivated to read, obviously. But yeah, so Strange the Dreamer is definitely my answer for the first book that I want to read by the end of the year. Okay, so the next book is Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. I have had this since like January, February maybe? I don't know. And I have been wanting to read this whole year and it like has never worked out. So I am like determined to read this. I'm thinking I'm gonna make it a December book, but I really wanna read this so bad. I've had it for so long, and again, this is another one that people rave about that I am just like so antsy to get into. Okay, next, oh, there's a hair in my mouth. Ugh. Next, I do want to read Thunderhead by Neil Schutzerman. So I read Scythe a few months ago and absolutely loved it. 5 stars, so good. I think that was in August. And I have been wanting to pick this up and read it for the longest time. And it's just, I don't know what it is, but it hasn't happened. And I don't think it's the size of it that scares me because I feel like it's very close in size to Scythe. But I really want to read this. Like these kind of novels are just so good for me. Like not all the time, like occasionally I really like this dystopian kind of feel. So I really do want to get like back into this series, but it's taking me absolutely forever. Like I just need to stop getting new books is what I need to do. But I struggle with that too, so whatever. Okay, so the next question, is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Okay, so part of me wants to say that I think I already found my favorite book of the year, and I'm not going to talk about that one yet, but I think I have already found it. But at the same time, I really have high hopes for this book, and that is Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. So I loved Skyward, loved it, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. I have never gotten like even close to being emotional in that book, and I got like close to being emotional. Like I didn't cry. I have yet to find a book that makes me cry, but I did get a little bit emotional in that book. And I was just so connected to the characters. I loved the story. It was absolutely amazing. And I loved the way that book ended. And it really just makes me want to dive into this one. But I have also been putting this off for a little bit. Yes, so I am really, really excited for this book. And I really think this one could blow me away. Like I really do. I also think this is stunning. Like this is a stunning cover. And I need the rest of this series so bad. So bad. Ugh. It's on my wish list. And I sent my wish list to my mother-in-law for Christmas. I'm like, please pick the right books. Please, you can do it. Have you already, next question, we're moving on to the next question. Have you already started making reading plans for 2022? So the answer to that is sorta. I say not really, like as far as like my month to month reading plans go and like the books that I want to read next year go, not really. But I do have an announcement coming. I do want to go ahead and say that I do have an announcement coming next month. I'm going to announce it next month, so get excited. So because of this thing that is coming up that I'll be announcing next month, it's required me to kind of plan a little bit. So that's why I say sorta, because as far as like my anticipated releases, the books that I want to read each month, like as far as that goes, like no. But with this other thing, like it has required me to plan certain things. So kind of yes, but also still no. So sorta is where we're landing. We're landing on sorta. But yeah, that is the end of the year book tag, Beauty and the Books edition. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to know some of your answers to some of these questions in the comments. So feel free to answer whatever questions you want in the comments. I will chat it up with you. As of right now, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, I think, and I'm going to eat some lunch because I am absolutely starving. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.